One of the areas of law that we practice in the area of civil rights, and this could include, for example, police misconduct or abuse. Police officers are essentially agents of the state. They're always employed by a municipality, and thus the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is applicable in the terms of being free from, or the right to be free from, unlawful arrest, also called false arrest, malicious prosecution, which is basically a prosecution done for malice and without probable cause, and you have the right to be free from excessive force. For example, during an arrest, to not have force more than necessary used against you in order to restrain you during that process. These areas of law are also very fact dependent. Oftentimes you will find that police officers are cloaked with what's called immunity from prosecution, which means they have certain defenses that they can assert, which will prevent them from even being a suable party. Sometimes there are lawsuits that can be brought for these types of claims against the individual officer, as well as against the police department itself or the town, city, village that runs that police department. These questions always center around the particular facts and circumstances of the arrest. Whether probable cause exists is a very fact-intensive inquiry, and certainly one of the key elements. The biggest piece of information that I think needs to be understood is based on the outcome of the arrest and the prosecution, you may or may not have a claim. And oftentimes plea bargains are offered. You have the assistance of criminal counsel, of course, in that situation, of whether or not you should accept a plea and take, for example, some type of a reduced sentence or go to trial and run the risk of having a higher level crime be found against you. But those decisions oftentimes are made without consulting a civil rights attorney. And we get questions oftentimes from clients who have been the subject of arrests and prosecution. And for example, maybe they took a plea. And the question becomes, does that extinguish my right to go after the officer for false arrest? In some cases, it absolutely can. So oftentimes it's important while in the midst of the criminal process to seek the advice of a civil rights attorney so that any decision that you make can be done in conjunction both with your criminal and your civil attorney in a way that is going to leave you as much option or opportunity as you want down the road to possibly bring that claim.